Hi everyone, I'm Valerie and welcome to my brand new channel all about crochet. I'll get a little bit more into the details about myself later, but for right now, let's get started on what you came here for, learn how to crochet. And we're going to get started with the basics. Hook and yarn are necessary. You will also need scissors, these cute little things called stitch markers, if you can see them, and of course a tutorial or a video to help you along. So let's get started. First, this 5mm hook is the hook we need to make the right gauge, the right size. Otherwise your piece can end up lopsided, especially when you're working with a single crochet. Now to get started, take your yarn in your dominant hand, so the tail end, and wrap it around your index finger from front all the way back and over. Slip it off your finger, keeping it in the exact same position, and pass your yarn once again behind your finger and insert it into that little loop you just made through the back. Hold that loop with your least dominant hand and pull the tail completely tight. No, it's not going to stay the size, we will adjust it. So now you have a slip knot made and enough space to insert almost any size hook that you can find on the market today. So insert your hook and grab the other end, pull it tight. Just slightly loosen it by pulling on the tail so that there's still room to move. Leave that tail hanging down, or if it makes you more comfortable, hold it in your hand between two fingers. This is how I do it. And again, grab your yarn. Now we're going to undo this a little bit so that we have some to work with. And we're going to make a simple chain. So hold your crochet hook. I like to hold the hook facing me, it makes it a lot easier. And your yarn. Now you're going to wrap it over your hook, going from the bottom, behind, and coming over, which is called a yarn over, of course. Grab the little tail, or that knot that you made, and pull that yarn over through that first hoop that you made. That is your first chain. We're going to do this again. Hold your hook straight and the tail, yarn over from the back towards the front, and pull that through your hoop, that new hoop you made, and you made a second chain. Now we're going to do that again over and over until we get our base chain for whatever project we're working on. In this we're going to be doing a basic single crochet swatch, which is going to end up looking a little bit like this once we are done. Just very simple, basic single crochet with exact same single crochet edging to finish it off. Give it a nice clean look. So this is what we're going to be doing today, and by the end of this video you are going to be able to make your own first swatch. Again, hold, yarn over, pull through your hoop, and readjust it on your hook. Yarn over and pull through your hoop, yarn over and pull it through, yarn over, pull it through, yarn over and pull it through. Now I haven't been counting, I completely forgot to count, but that's okay because they're very easy to distinguish. So each chain looks like a V, basically. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 completed chains. We are going to be working a 13 stitch by 14 row piece. So we're going to chain 13. This is 8, 9, yarn over, pull through 10, yarn over, pull through 11, yarn over, pull through 12, yarn over, pull through 13. So this is your 13 chain. And now what we're going to do is we're going to take it and turn it over towards the back. And those little kinks, which I like to call the spine, are what we're going to be inserting our hook through to build up this first row of single crochets. So we're going to turn this piece over, and our first one is going to be this little guy right here. To get into him, what we have to do is to make a chain up so that there's enough space for the single crochet stitch itself to be straight, to give a nice look, and it doesn't look like it's bunched in the corner at the end. So we're going to chain one again, keeping our eye on that little guy right there. Pull it through, and we're going to take our hook and insert it just below him, right there. Other side of it is our V. So back to the side, insert it. Now you're going to yarn over your hook on the outside of your spine. Pull it through, just the spine, and now you're going to have 2 hoops on your hook. You're going to yarn over once more and pull through the first and the second hoop. And there is your first single crochet. Pretty cool, huh? And quite easy. The only thing I've noticed over the years of crocheting is that I've improved in speed more than anything else, because once you have the basic skill down, it really is how fast you can work your piece. So right back into this little guy is number 2. We're going to insert our hook into there, and if you have nails, which I don't, spring cleaning killed my hands, if you have nails, you can help to pick it up and get it onto your hook. I find it a lot easier with a very short nail. Yarn over and pull it through that first one. Now you've got 2. And we're going to yarn over and pull through both. We're going to do this all the way along. I'm going to take a break and we'll get back when we get to the end. Okay, so here we are. We are at the last stitch. So this is what the little guy looks like. And we're going to insert in here. Yarn over and pull through that first one. And yarn over and pull through both. So 13 single crochets, sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13 are there. Now we have to work back. And we do this very easily by chaining 1. So we'll yarn over and pull through. And then we turn our piece, mirror image over, and we're going to work through the back of it. Working through the back, insert into this first little stitch right here. So your first single crochet, be working underneath that V, yarn over and pull through your hoop, and now again 2, yarn over and pull through 2. See what that step does? That chain 1 keeps it on a straight line. So once you're going to be working your edging, you're going to be working on 90-degree angles and have a nice clean finish instead of a tighter, which it usually ends up looking like this. So this gives a nice, pretty, perfect square. And we're going to do this again. Insert, go all the way through, pull your yarn on, and pull it through both. We're going to work this into 14 rows. So this is our first row, our second row, and we're going to single crochet the same way we did each row this previous one. So single crochet 13 across, chain 1, turn your piece, and keep working, and we'll get to the next part. Alright, so here we go. Now what we're going to do is at the end of your 14th row, you're going to take your hook. I pulled it out, but take your hook and insert it. And we're going to keep working into that last stitch. We're going to make our first corner stitch. Now, corner stitch is 3 single crochets into 1 corner stitch. So we have 1, already in there. Now make sure you keep your tension in your thread, in your yarn. Insert your hook again into that same stitch, yarn over and pull it through, and yarn over, pull through both. So second single crochet, and we're going to do this once more into that same little hole. So here we go, and that's 3. These are the stitches in between each one of your rows, and with single crochet it's pretty basic. It's 1 for 1. So for each little hole, or each row, it's 1 stitch, so it's 1 single crochet. So we're going to work 1 into here, and 1 into here, and we're going to do this all the way across until we get to the end where our chain is. And I'm just going to work it up a little quicker, so if you would like to pause while you catch up to the end of the row. I've been doing this for so long, I think I scare people sometimes when I'm crocheting. I go really, really, really fast. Alright, now I'm at my corner stitch. Insert the second time, make my second single crochet. Insert a third time and make the third. This is what that first side looks like. First corner around. Now again here. I prefer not to work into the chain, but some people do. I like to work into these stitches across. So I work in there. You can just as easily, depending on the look that you want to give it, work into this little guy right here, which is your chain, and build up on your chain. But I prefer to build into the actual row itself and just hide that chain as if it didn't exist. And this is all on personal preference, but for me, I like the clean finish. And we're going to rotate and work again 3 into that one. So we have the first, work our second, and work the third single crochet. Work back up across. And this first chain up, basically at the beginning of the last row, the 14th row, what we're going to do is we're going to work 2 more into this crochet, into this little hole, we'll call it, into that stitch. So 1 and 2, and we're going to join it to that first single crochet of the row by going again through the V, behind the V, yarn over, pull it through, and now instead of yarning over again, what we're going to do is we're going to pull this loop through the first one, pull that tight, and then yarn over and pull it completely cleanly through. I cut this previously so that I didn't have to fight with the ball at the end. So right through, and there you go. Your first single crochet swatch. Done. Now, if you like my content, please don't forget to subscribe and like my videos, and I'll see you here in 2 days for our next video, learning how to half double crochet.